Real quick, because I want to get to the big picture. Terry, do you have any regrets that you didn't do more? That and is an apology warranted?
Anything that came to the board, we worked on. If it didn't come to the board, how is the board to know
Andy?
to work on it?
Any regrets? If you could do it over again, would you do it differently?
I feel very good about what I did as a member of the Board of Education and chairing and leading the Audit and Accountability Committee with private sector leaders who were part of that committee, senior risk officer at Huntington Banks, CPA from Nationwide Insurance, controller at Ohio State, who helped to chair and lead that committee. And based on the information we had, we launched an immediate investigation, and when it was to be shut down by the administration, we ordered it on. We had them work with the Ohio Department of Education. That investigation and that audit, the student accountability audit, was still on the internal auditor's work plan and in our minutes until I left the Board of Education. And I am the only former board member who worked with the Auditor of State's office to help uncover this and untangle this mess.
One day after the state auditor revealed a culture of manipulation in the Columbus City School District, 10 TV is uncovering new information from that 92-page report.
This audit points the finger at several school administrators, past and present, and the current city council president. Andrew Ginther sat on the District Audit and Accountability Committee when allegations started surfacing. Now there are questions about whether Ginther killed an earlier investigation. 10 TV's Paul Aker and Tanisha Millette have new details for us tonight, and we start
That's right. I
with Paul.
spoke to City Council President Andrew Ginther about the allegations. He says he's thankful for what the auditors found, and he claims he never killed any internal district investigations.
Regular meeting number 27 will now come to order.
Andrew Ginther is president of the Columbus City Council today, but now he's facing scrutiny for what happened back when he was a Columbus City School Board member.
Either nothing was done or it was swept under the table.
State Auditor Dave Yost highlighted Ginther's role in the district's data scrubbing scandal. Yost says Ginther knew way back in 2004 about possible scrubbing. Yost's audit shows Ginther got an anonymous email that alleged, quote, cleansing of student records. It even named data guru Steve Tankovich.
I had our internal audit staff directed them to follow up to try to gather some more information, and they investigated it for several months.
Did you have any conversation with Tankovich at that point?
I did not.
The report says a year later, the same issue came up again. This time, internal auditor Harold Saunders was on the trail. Saunders brought the issue to Ginther and Ginther's Audit and Accountability Committee. The report says Ginther's committee then removed the issue from Saunders.
The implication is that you stopped that investigation. Is that correct?
No. Ginther says he simply did not see the data scrubbing allegation as the most important priority.
At that same time, our internal audit function was conducting special reviews and investigations at schools throughout the district where money was missing. This, based on the information we had at the time, fell down the priority list.
Still, the report says Ginther then told Saunders that the state had already declared that the district acted, quote, properly.
Why would you tell him that?
I'm not sure why, he feels that way, but I never, told the internal auditor that the State Department of Education had approved of, the allegations or the tampering of data or manipulation that was taking place.
The state auditor concluded that because there was no internal audit based on these allegations, 7 years went by before the issue was publicly discovered. Paul Aker.
Real quick, because I want to get to the big picture. Terry, do you have any regrets that you didn't do more? And is an apology warranted?
Anything that came to the board, we worked on. If it didn't come to the board, how is the board to know
Andy?
to work on it?
Any regrets? If you could do it over again, would you do it differently?
I feel very good about what I did as a member of the Board of Education and chairing and leading the Audit and Accountability Committee with private sector leaders who were part of that committee, senior risk officer at Huntington Banks, CPA from Nationwide Insurance, controller at Ohio State, who helped to chair and lead that committee.
It isn't something that made me lose confidence in what I'm doing.